Hi, Susanna. You work as a critical designer and you have worked a lot on the theme of fear and the society of fear. Could you explain a little bit about the works that you're showing here?
Mm-hmm. So my starting point was to question why there's a certain sort of pool of scenarios that we tend to fear, and how much or how little these actually mean a threat to us, and how come that we as human beings are somehow detached from the things that we should actually be afraid of. And I made a couple of works that are around the topic, approaching this question from many different angles. Like the graphic works here, they are more to sort of reveal the scenarios that are in fact dangerous versus the scenarios that are not. Talking about a Central European person, like terrorism is something that we are very unlikely to be a victim of, while dying of cancer or having a heart attack is something that's very probable, but you don't read about this in the news very much. And the other one is about looking at energy production and considering how much we talk about the dangers of nuclear power, but then comparing the death related to terawatt hour production, it's actually coal that's much more dangerous. And so this is really like a work to visualize the discrepancy between what we fear and what in fact is threatening.
What is this object that we're seeing here? What does it do?
Mm-hmm. But this is a reflection on how sort of vulnerable we define ourselves as a society, which goes back to a therapy criticism by Frank Furedi, a professor in psychology, who said that with the turn to psychotherapy, we sort of turned ourselves into victims, not just as individual, but also as a nation. And I was taking the idea of the therapy as a means to becoming even more vulnerable and turned it into an object. So this is called the automated Anchoring Armour, and it uses a technology from behavioral psychology called anchoring, where you use a haptic stimulus to remember a nice or elicit a nice memory, which helps you to go through difficult situations. But because it's an object, it looks very much like an armor, like something that protects you, but at the same time it shows your vulnerability. And it's really about this sort of interplay between how much this would turn you into a victim or how much it would actually help you to go through every day. And I'm not giving an answer, I'm just asking a question here.